Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you all for being here. My name is Mo. This is at Mo Perspective, and the channel is your average logical thinker. Sometimes I do my videos in my car. Sometimes I do my videos in my living room with a little ambiance, a little light. Sometimes I do them from my bed. Sometimes I do them from the park. I just do them wherever I feel compelled. I don't have a studio, nothing fancy. I'm just here being me. So if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, share the video, and definitely subscribe. But I wanted to come to y'all today about spinning the block. A lot of people talk about this, y'all, because it is a thing. Spinning the block. Do you want to spin the block? 9 times out of 10, you should not spin the block. Now, right now, we are in the midst of homosexual season. It is the holidays. Some people celebrate Hanukkah. Some people celebrate Christmas. Some people celebrate whatever it is they want to celebrate. Kwanzaa, all that good stuff. But the holidays bring about a sort of, what do you call it? A familiarity, a sense of wanting to rekindle old relationships and friendships and things like that. And I was reminded today that sometimes spinning the block is not in your best interest. And I promise you, what's in your best interest is what's in the best interest for everybody. I was reading today Luke 9. And you know what's crazy is that even Jesus told us, don't spin the block. He even told us don't spin the block. I'm telling you, there is nothing that is going on in this modern world that you will not find a good example of in the Bible. There's a word for everything that you can even imagine. I promise you, okay? So in Luke 9, he was telling, and if you know, you know where I got that from, but he was telling the disciples, go out, preach the word. Go out, cast demons out. Go out and heal. Jesus literally gave them the power to do these things, and they did. He comes back. Jesus got a report. How did it go? They went ahead and told him some stories about what had happened, and Jesus said, okay, you guys did good. Let's keep moving forward. 2 of them was like, hold on, Jesus. I got a question now. My daddy died, and I got to go take care of that real quick. Let me go back, and then I'm going to come back and meet you. Jesus said, you will do no such thing. Let the dead bury the dead. How could a dead person bury another dead person? Well, somebody who is dead in the spirit, let them take care of the people that are already dead. If you didn't already left your family, if you didn't honor your parents while they were living, there's no need to honor them when they dead. There ain't nothing you could do for that parent after they are already dead. So what you gonna go back for? And then get entangled up into that mess all over again and risk the chance of being sucked back into that non-spiritual life because you end up reconnecting with old friends, reconnecting with old family members that are not about following Jesus? Don't do it. Jesus literally says, do not go back. Do not spin the block. Let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead that are spiritually dead take care of those that are already physically dead. Your job is to follow me and to do my work right now, right? And then another one said, well, Jesus, let me just go back to my house. My house is full of people. Let me go back and bid my farewell. Let them know. You don't have to announce. Jesus said, no. Jesus literally said, you cannot pick up a plow and then look backwards. You can't follow me if you always looking back. If you always trying to spin the block. It can't happen. You have to keep moving forward. Because what's at your house? Why did you leave your house in the first place? Because there's nothing there. Nothing good. Jesus ain't there. A good solid foundation was not there. That's why you left it in the first place. So Jesus said, you can't have one foot in and one foot out. You can't keep going back to the old, because I promise you, ain't nothing good back there. Leave it there. Follow me. Keep going. Oftentimes we want to dip our foot back. And sometimes, Satan will get up in these people and have them reaching out to you. I remember there was a point in time where it seemed like clockwork. Either I was talking to somebody new and then somebody from my past want to jump in, or I'm on an upward trajectory and I'm moving in life. I'm doing things, and the next thing I know, I get old messages, people that I ain't talked to in like 7-10 years. Some of them then already moved on, some then got married. Why are you messaging me? What could you possibly want? Right? But they are nothing but a distraction. You can't go back to that. If you have already left, just think about why you left that person in the first place. Think about what that person has done for you since you've separated. Think about how many blessings you've had since you've moved away from that situation. When you think about everything that you've gained from not being in that situation anymore, and when you think about why that situation ended in the first place, just think about those two things. That in itself should be enough for you to say, no, I don't need to go back and revisit that, because it wasn't good when I was there. And now that I'm not in that anymore, my life has taken a better path. But quit going back. I remember a time where there was a guy that I gave him literally 3 chances. 3 chances. We met online. He was cool. He was getting out of the military. He was moving back to Maryland, where his children were. And we ended up connecting. We had the best conversation, seemed to get along. Chemistry was crazy, over FaceTime and stuff like that. We finally seen each other in person. It wasn't the same, right? And I made a horrible first impression. I got things just didn't work out. It kind of fizzled. We talked a little bit. We talked for a little while, maybe a month or so. I realized, nah. He realized, nah. We went our separate ways. Probably 3 to 6 months later, he called me again. And what I do? Entertain him again. We started talking again, started going out, hanging out, doing all the things you're not supposed to do. And then he disappeared. So that was the second time. So the first time we kind of mutually second time he came back, he just kind of stopped reaching out, and I ain't chased a man since 2010, okay? But he left, stopped communicating, I let it go. He reached out probably a year later. And do you guys know, because I was still available, I think I had a relationship in between that time. A year later, I gave him another shot, thinking that maybe he was the best that I could get at the time. Silly thinking, right? Gave him another chance. What do you guys think happened then? You got it. He disappeared again. Next thing I know, 10 years has gone by. 10 years gone by. And do you know this mother sucker had the nerve to message me on Facebook Messenger? Talking about it's been a long time. It has, and guess what? It's gonna stay that way. I left him on red and didn't even reply, because I'm like, first of all, who do you think I am? Now, I may be alone and I may be single, but you're not gonna keep playing with me and my emotions and pulling me back in so that you can do the same thing. You gotta look at a person's patterns. Look at how they behave. Look at what they've done in the past. If they're capable of doing things over and over and over again, nothing has changed 10 years later. We got to quit. We have to stop going back, revisiting the past. You can't have one foot in, one foot out. You can't be on an upward trajectory, increasing your life spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, and mentally, and at the same time, still looking back at the past, when that past had nothing good for you. Keep it moving. People that come into your life and only want to entertain you when they're bored, when they ain't got nothing else to do, when they get desperate, or just to come and disrupt your life, Keep it pushing. Don't entertain it. Keep moving. Because if you weren't worthy of them back then, they're not worthy of you now. So stop spinning the block. Read Luke 9. All of Luke 9, and Jesus seals it in at the very end. You can't be on this upward trajectory, moving positively, doing something good for yourself, got all this going on, all this going for yourself, just to turn around and allow somebody from your past that ain't got nothing good going for them to suck you back in. Don't do it. Do not spin the block.